Thank you, Your Honor.
And so, state with these two cases taken in consideration and the plea on this case, would there be any other outstanding cases for Mr. Guerra?
There is a misdemeanor judge that has to be resolved with this.
I'm just trying to make sure I have all the pages that he is on. So he doesn't have a motion. Oh, he only has the sentencing on this case. He doesn't have a motion to revoke, correct? Okay. Right. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 006868 State versus Gage Guerra. Could I have parties announced for the record?
And Johnny Cisneros for Mr. Guerra, and I have an intern, Your Honor, Miss Irma Porras. She's a UTSA senior. She wants to go to law school, and she came to me, well, she was referred to me to mentor her, and this is her first time with me today. So,
Awesome, you have a good mentor.
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so on this case, Mr. Cisneros had withdrawn and Attorney Robert Maurer was appointed. And so, counsel, are you asking to be placed back as the attorney of record on this case?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
All right, and Mr. Guerra, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
A. Justin Guerra.
All right, Mr. Guerra, you previously had a court-appointed attorney, and that attorney was appointed after Mr. Cisneros' motion to withdraw was granted. Are you asking that Mr. Cisneros, or I should say, do you have any objections to Mr. Cisneros representing you for this hearing? All right. Then the next thing, you entered a plea on December 5th, and according to your plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your application. There's a $1,200 fine. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 006870 and 2025 CR 006869. And there's to be restitution to the complainants in those two cause numbers and restitution to the complainant in this cause number. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and the TAP evaluation? Okay.
I have reviewed.
All right, any objections, defense?
No, ma'am.
State, do you have any objections? All right, state, you're opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
No, ma'am, this argument.
All right, state, you're opposed. The court will hear your argument.
Yes, Judge, state is opposed simply based on the order of events that occurred that night. While Mr. Guerra has no prior criminal history, as a series of actions that went from bad to worse. He was suspected of DWI and it escalated from there, resulting in physical altercation between him and assaulting 3 different officers. So because of the events, and although the injuries were relatively minor, it was still unnecessary. Because of that, I do believe that he's.
All right, defense.
Judge, they arrested someone for being intoxicated. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is that they're saying that he hit 3 officers, okay? 2 of them are which are taken into consideration now, and of course, we're not objecting to that. But the fact that they're objecting to community supervision, when you look at the police report, Your Honor, it says that when they stopped him, he was not complying with their orders, and they had to tell him that if you don't get out, we're gonna drag you out. We're gonna take you out, to paraphrase, okay? But in the report, it also states that his legs were already out of the car when they started taking him out of the car, or dragging him out of the car. And we all know that the policemen are not gonna grab someone and take them out of the car by their legs because they wanna make sure they know where their arms are. Because they don't wanna have access, the officers wanna make sure that the person that's being arrested does not have access to a weapon where he can hurt or kill them. So for them to say that he was fighting them to get out of the car and not complying, and they're saying in the same statement that his legs were already out of the car, that means he's complying. And my client says he was complying. It just got out of hand. And the fact that he was intoxicated and the fact that they were mistreating him led to him being charged with assault. And I don't know that that's fair, but here we are. And all we're asking for, I mean, as the DA told you, Your Honor, he doesn't have a criminal history. He's a good young man. He drinks 2 beers a week or a day or something like that. That's not an alcoholic or anything like that. He doesn't take drugs or anything like that. He's never been in trouble. I got to know him. There were a few issues. I withdrew. I felt guilty for withdrawing, and I'm here to represent him because I'd like to represent good people, and he's a good person. And you know, we made up, and I'm here, and this is a pro bono case because I believe in him. He's a good person. He does not deserve to go to the penitentiary on something that he was complying with.
All right, any further response? How old are you?
25.
Why are you doing silly things? Because this is silly.
It was a mistake.
No, not a mistake. We make choices in our lives. So this doesn't qualify as a mistake. This qualifies as a choice. So how much had you drank that night?
Like 2 beers, 3 beers.
Okay, this is what I've discovered in my career, and I think the state will tell you and your attorney will tell you. Whenever someone is charged with DWI or they get pulled over for suspected DWI, when the officer asks them how much they had to drink, you know what their answer always is? 2 beers. But what I can tell you, and if I'm wrong, let me know that I'm wrong. I will take no offense. 2 beers doesn't result in this all happening. So how much had you been drinking that night? Okay, and why don't you know?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Almost.
All right. Who's your support system?
My sister, my mother, and my father.
All right.
And he has a place to go when he gets out. I believe he's gonna live with his grandmother, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And this is the only offense he has?
Other than
All right. Probation. I'm going to give you a choice. Some people say probation in this court is very difficult, but I set conditions so that people can hopefully be successful. And I don't see them again, and the legal system doesn't see them again. Number 1, we're going to find out if there's any restitution owed. So this is going to be recalled for a restitution hearing. And I'm going to give the state 30 days. Ms. Ferguson, what's a 30-day reset for a restitution hearing? All right. So your restitution hearing is going to be on March 5th, but I'm going to give you a choice. There are no other choices. And either choice you decide to go with, you're going to be in custody for a little bit. First, I can deny your motion and I'll sentence you to 2 years in the prison. Or I'll grant your application for deferred adjudication. You're going to remain in custody until there's an evaluation for felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept you, you're going to do some inpatient treatment, and I'm thinking inpatient treatment at SATAF. Those are your only 2 choices.
May I speak to him for a second? Thank you.
All right, Mr. Guerra, I gave you 2 choices. Which do you prefer?
I'm gonna take the program.
All right. So this is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. In custody, the following will occur. There's to be a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then you will remain in custody till transferred to SATAF. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
11th grade.
All right. Is there a reason why you didn't graduate? Do you have your GED? All right, why not?
Started stacking off.
All right, the court is going to request that you obtain your GED. And once that's obtained, there will be 50 hours of community service restitution that will be deemed satisfied. The remaining 150 hours of community service restitution will be deemed satisfied if you obtain some sort of trade school certification or if you are enrolled in some sort of higher learning. Now, here's the thing about that. I'm not going to order you to obtain your trade school certification or anything else. But if you do, 150 hours of community service restitution will be deemed satisfied. If you don't, you're going to end up probably picking up trash off the freeway in the heat of San Antonio. And regardless of how the weather is now, you know, it gets at least to 150 degrees. There's to be a $1,200 fine. That will be probated. Take in consideration 2025 CR 006870 and 2025 CR 006869. We're going to have a restitution hearing on March 5th, 2026. And there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant in this case and to the complainants in the cases that were taken in consideration. Do you have any children? That's a good thing. Don't have any children until you have your life together. You understand? Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
State anything else?
Yes, Judge. During the brief intermission, I did look at our notes and we have made attempts to contact the victims regarding restitution and I have not got back to us, but this time we would ask.
Norma, remove the date for the restitution hearing. The state is waiving restitution.
Thank you.
So probation, restitution is waived. And I'll let the record reflect that the state has made several attempts to obtain any restitution amount. All right, is there anything else that you need from the court to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I haven't signed that.
Yes.
I believe that was it said 5 years instead of 6.
No. This is a trial court certification. This lets you know whether or not you can appeal or complain about things that have happened with regards to your case. Do you remember signing that?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a It's not a felony conviction, so you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Follow through on your probation. If you don't follow through on your probation, you're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. Do you understand? All right. Make sure you stay in contact with probation. If you have an issue, you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court and address it with me, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. You
right,
won't-
thank
You won't
you.
see me here again, promise.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.